How's it going, everyone? Today I'm going to do an unboxing review of this little Hyper Tough 13-inch cordless string trimmer. There are 3 versions of this. This is like their more advanced one. You know, like they're more, how do you say, kind of closer to like, if you're going to weed whack a lot more than just a little. You know, so this is like their higher end. This is the brushless one. It comes with a 3-year limited warranty. It does says bump trimmer head, 2 variable speeds, easy reload trimmer head, and soft grip handle with a rapid reload trimmer head. And it says with battery and charger. That's pretty good. It comes with a 4 amp hour battery. So this goes for $108. This weed whacker from Walmart from Hyper Tough. I know the batteries go for like $65 or $60, somewhere around there. So 108, you're basically getting the weed whacker for like $40 basically. And with the charger included, so yeah, pretty good. So you already got a charger, but it's not gonna be the best charger. But it's one of those little crappy ones, we'll see. So we got the brushless 13-inch cordless string trimmer, with battery and charger again. It just is the same stuff with all their other Hyper Tough stuff, lawnmowers. I do have a video of this little lawnmower here in case anyone wants to look at that. And I might buy a leaf blower. You know, I just need a mower, a weed whacker, and a leaf blower. That's pretty much it. We got it comes included with the 12 volt max 13-inch cordless string trimmer with a 16-foot line spool, one 20 volt 4 amp hour lithium ion battery, and one 20 volt max battery charger. The battery rating, or the rate, is 20 volt max, 4 amp hours, 13-inch diameter cutting, and a line diameter 0.08 inch, and it weighs almost 7 pounds. It's not that heavy, honestly. All right, so that's pretty much it. Then it just shows us more information, you know. So yeah, we're gonna look and see how this guy is. Wonder if they have it duct taped. Looks like they just have it like that. That's kind of weird. But okay, I thought we were gonna have the opening stuff. But let me see what's in this box. Oh yeah, there is one more thing on the top. It says, why brushless? If you know what brushless is, then you know. Brushless is better than brush motor, which, you know, here it shows a diagram of power, motor life, and also the runtime. It does suck less power on the battery, I will admit. So let's get this guy out of its packaging. So yeah, give me a sec. And let me get it out of the packaging. So this is how it is in the packaging. So of course we got our weed whacker, little foam protection inside our little carriages, the owner's manual. We do get the 4 amp hour battery. I'm gonna charge that immediately, or with a battery indicator. Finally, I know the 2 points, but I'm gonna charge it. That's good. We got also the charger, not the best charger. I do have a video of the better charger. I would highly recommend. The little guard here, and also the little handle for it. So that's good. So, all right, nothing else. This is just this garbage. It's going to the dump. At least I didn't waste too much material here. And there we go. Yeah, we're gonna get this guy going. Let's start building it up. So I'm gonna read the owner's manual and everything, and we'll see how easy it is. So first, I'll recommend, if you're gonna be building this, the first thing when you get the weed whacker out of the package, I would highly recommend plug it in, the battery and the charger, which, you know, this ain't the best charger, I will admit, but it does give you an indication of how it's charged, like it tells you right there on top. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in the charger I got. So this is only at 50%, but I'm gonna fully charge it so it could be fully charged for the first round. You could build it and see if the battery works, but I'm gonna let this charge and then we'll see. So give me a couple seconds. Let me put this on the charger and then I'll start building this thing. Okay, so here we are. Just plugged it in. Now I just gotta, you know, I do have a video of this charger if you want to look. And I got another battery here. It's charging, so there we go. Put them on the side. All right, so I can let that charge. It should be, it was at 38%, so good thing we're letting it charge. All right. Okay, so I pulled out the owner's manual. It has a bag of screws, so I think you will need a Phillips screwdriver. Yes, you will need a Phillips head screwdriver, the quick setup or start guide, and then the owner's manual. All right, so I'm just curious about the line, and then more information about the batteries and stuff, battery packs and stuff. It's kind of nice to give you more options. But yeah, all right, so I'm gonna start building this. They don't sell those chargers anymore, in my opinion, but I could be wrong. I haven't seen them. All right, so let's start building this to see how the quick guide goes. Because I might have to get a screwdriver real quick. It doesn't provide any. I don't know if it's just for the shield or what. All right. So first, charge battery. Of course, we did that. Now screw. It looks like we only got 2 screws to screw in the shield. So we got to screw in the shield on the head. Rotated and screwed. So I'm guessing you have to have a screwdriver for sure. And you're going to have to get the knob. Then, okay, so we gotta check the head, trigger, and the lock off button, and then the speed selector. Okay, so I'm gonna start building it, which is, all right, that's it. There's nothing else. So, and I'm wondering what line. Let me search real quick and see what kind of line it takes. Okay, so I was looking around just wondering what line it takes in case people do want to buy this and want to buy some line in case they have to whack a little more. It says 0.080 inch nylon twist line. So that's what I'm wondering. If that is what it takes, I don't know if it could take a 0.95, which I'm hoping it does, but I don't know until I put some line in there and try it out. But we do need to buy some line, some extra line, and the load ain't hard. So yeah, I'll show y'all here. I mean, it already has loaded line, so it's ready to go and whack. And it does show about maintenance. Okay. Like it says here, I'm gonna read a little bit. So there's one quick thing. I know people when they finish whack, some might clean it, so they can have it in storage. I would highly recommend if you want to clean it after each use, since the motor, and I will show where the motor is, and like the others where the motor's on the back or near your hands, and you do need to use a clean cloth to get oil, dirts, and stuff. It says it right here. Use clean cloth to remove dirt, dust, oil, and grease, etc. That's for cleaning and maintenance. You can't use a hose to clean it, so keep that in mind. These are not the best to kind when there's water, a puddle. So if you're gonna whack and there's a puddle, I would not recommend this guy. This would be perfect if you're gonna be whacking when it's not, when it's not wet, So just giving a heads up, this ain't the best. If you want to whack during after it rains, but not use this guy. I would highly recommend jumping more into, into a power gas one than this, I mean, it's cool. I mean, I like the batteries. It's easier. I just need to find a place to whack around the house. That's it. I'm not going to whack nothing much. Yeah, but that's pretty much it, So I want to show you how to quickly assemble this. So what you first do is, since you get it out of the package, it's going to be like this, sticking out like this. So what you do is you have to unfold it. You got to be careful with the wire it has. Let's sit down, and all you got to do is screw in these 2 screws right here. Screw them in. These 2 screws, I do apologize. You screw these. Using a Phillips, of course. And then you just add the head as well. Use those screws for the head. And the handle has its own little place, and you can put it anywhere you want, where you feel like it. Most likely somewhere around here. Depending where you want the handle to be. You can adjust it where you want it. And it should be ready to go. So I'm going to start building it. So yeah. Okay, so now I'm trying to install this little little weed whacker. And I thought, when I was trying to install this, I thought it goes through here. It doesn't. It goes under it. There's a little shield here. It's under here. You just insert that, push it all in, and then just put the screws right here. And yep. So yep. And besides, I want to show you something while I'm here once for all. Oh, it looks like there's tape on this. So once you get that installed, take off the tape so it will cut the line in case it gets a little big when it cuts. So, say like you run out of your string. You go buy your string or bring your string. You gotta cut it like I think 16 feet or 15 feet. And all you gotta do is, you know, put it in here. But you gotta line this up, by the way. There's a line here. So here's the line. This line has to match with these two arrows in order to load. And then once it's in there, all you gotta do is put the string through and then make the tips meet, be even and everything, and then start twisting. You know, start twisting this. It tells you wind. It tells you right there, wind, and you turn the direction it says. It'll start feeding the trim head and it'll be ready to go. So yeah, we're gonna be, that's how it's gonna be feeding. I'm just wondering if we can set any 0.95, which I will give it a try. So, because I do have a lot of that. I do have some old weed whackers that are fuel, but the reason I bought batteries because I'm kind of getting a little scared around a propane tank, and I don't like putting anything kind of, you know, gas-based near it. So that's why I have this, because, you know, I don't have to worry about gas, you know, fumes. Could start a fire or something or blow the propane, which I'm kind of a little scared, but that's the reason why I got batteries. So I just weed whack that and around the house so it doesn't, you know, and sometimes, you know, it's also not bad to have two, a gas and a battery. What if one day your gas, you run out of gas and you're almost done weed whacking, like, I'll just, I'll get the battery out, you bring the battery and weed whack what's left over. Which that's another reason why. So in case or if the battery dies, I still got the gas to finish the job, you know. Because batteries are cool, but then at the same time they're not, which I'll go over that near the end. Alright, so I'm going to start building this and see what's going on. See how it performs. Okay, so now I got it built up. I installed the handle. You do have to take the bolt out in order to put it in. I did realize this is where, right now it's on low. And then now it's on high. And then to activate it, which right now I don't have a battery for it. I do, but not the 4 amp. All you do is just press this button and you pull the trigger. And there you go. Depending on the speed you want, you know, depending. So we're going to see how this runs real quick. I'll grab a 2 amp hour battery just to see how it runs, and that's it. I'm not going to weed whack with it again until the 4 amp hour battery is fully charged. I just want to see if it runs perfectly fine. So give me a couple seconds. Alright, so we're going to try this weed whacker, see how it runs. Right now I have it activated on low, so here we go. On the 2 amp hour battery, this is not with the 4 amp. Here we go. Now we're going to try with the high speed. So I jumped over the high, and here we go. Pretty well to me. I did not know it was going to have some power, but that's good that it has some power. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to weed whack this grass here, which is pretty tall. As you can see, it's pretty tall. So, let's start with medium or low speed. So there we go. For being on medium, took a try a little high over here, so give me a sec. Okay, so now we're going to do it on high. Looks like it's doing a good job being battery. Yep. Looks like it's doing a good job. Okay, so we're gonna weed whack this with on high, and it did struggle on low a little, but we're gonna see how it acts with high. So here we go. decent. Okay, so I'm gonna weed whack around this part and see how it does with these weeds. Okay, so I'm gonna set this one on high and we're gonna see how it does. We're just gonna cut this guy right here. Let's see. Decently well, but I think it won't do too much well if I keep forcing you to cut all this. I'm gonna go through the gas one on this one. Okay, so after weed whacking at the front entrance and around here, it did a pretty well job. I do like how it's weight. This doesn't weigh as much as it says, and compared to this one weighs a lot more. I prefer still gas, but this is a win when you're trying to mow slopes. So win there. I will highly recommend it if you just want something light. This is the way to go, but you won't have that power compared to the fuel mixed one. So just giving a heads up, this is a better option if you want something light. You just gotta weed whack around the house. Not too much thick brush, just, you know, just plants and stuff. This will do it. It's not bad. It's easy to load, you know, just match these lines here. This line with that line, the load line, this line to the low line, and you just keep twisting as it says on the cap. Just keep twisting, wind, it shows you the arrow, you know. Keep winding it and it should be good. I am gonna try, see if it will accept a 0.95. I'll try to add this at the end of the clip, of the video, see if it works. I will try it, but once this line is down. And the manual says 0.80 or something like that. That's what the liner requires. So yeah, that's, you know, depending. This is just for grass and weeds, not that powerful weeds. If you want something a little less, like more powerful, go with this one. It has more power. You will struggle, or just, you know, these could be swapped out with a brush blade. This doesn't have a brush blade, but that is an option. It's up to you. I will highly recommend it. You know, and it's brushless. It will last you a while. It's a brushless motor. It ain't that brush stuff. It's brushless. Easy to maneuver and stuff. Really lightweight. So yeah, I like this little weed whacker. It's pretty good. Would highly recommend it for $108. It's not bad if you just go weed whack around the house. It's just the problem is batteries over time, when they get old, they die off and you gotta buy new ones, and it's just a pain in the butt sometimes. But you know, depends. It's up to you. I mean, batteries are cool. You know, all you gotta do is just charge them and you're ready to go, and just, you know, feed the line. That's all. While over here on the other side, these you have to, you know, mix the fuel, or you could buy the fuel depending. Still gotta change the air filter. If this little, you know, if the pull wire gets, you know, damaged or whatever, you gotta replace that. Filter, cap, you know, have to grease up the head, because these do get greased up. People don't know about that, but they get greased up. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and the carburetor, yeah, in case the carburetor goes out, you have to swap that out. You know, usually I don't notice. You know, if you're gonna buy a steel one, in my opinion, don't buy the ones that are colored white and orange. Buy the ones that are like orange, a lot of orange. These are like more commercial grade that will last you longer if you just want to get out of your money. Usually they go for like $300 to $600, somewhere around there. I know it's a lot of money. Some of us can't afford it. But in my opinion, if you want a weed whacker that lasts a really long time and don't have to buy a new one, you just have to keep up with the maintenance and the fuel mixing and greasing up the head. That is what, you know, you gotta do on these. I mean, they are expensive, but at the long run, they'll last you way longer than these batteries. This one only has like a 3-year warranty. I'm guessing the 3-year warranty is for the battery. The batteries don't last forever. You gotta keep those batteries in a cool area, you know, cool tight place. Yeah, so I like this weed whacker. It's light, as I mentioned, slopes. If the line does end up getting cut here, in case, we just pop these little guys off and you can unrather it and just stick it through, make both ends meet, and then just start winding it up. And it does here on the cap says 10,000 revs per minute, which is max revs per minute. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so, you know, and weird thing is, I've seen somebody on YouTube here, somebody has gotten this little brush, weed whacker, and they changed the head to like, I forgot what you call those, like, kind of like the knife ones, you know, and I'm like, holy cow. So, I don't know how that guy did it. I will give him credit, but somebody has done it, you know. But if you do want to be in a battery platform, in my opinion, either, I don't know about DeWalt, but I do know Milwaukee has a good weed whacker. I know they're expensive, I will admit, and also a good mower. That goes like $1,100 for their mower, battery mower, and I think their weed whacker is like $300. So right there, maybe $1,500 just for both things, a push mower and a weed whacker, both battery operated in Milwaukee. So that is kind of good, but in my opinion, I'd rather just stick with gas. Which down here, you got two mowers. One is a battery operated one, as you can see. This one's a little bit hyper tough. I have a video of this one, and I recently got this one, and I like this mower more than this one. This one's fine for the entrance. I use this one more for the dogs, mowing around the dogs. Gotta leaf blow them because I used them both today. So yeah, I like these two mowers, but I like more of the gas one because it's more powerful. And in case you want to go watch the video, this is a commercial one, commercial engine. It's the higher price, $580. I just barely put this first hour in. I still gotta go like 4 more hours until I do its oil change. So yeah, this mower is pretty good. I like it. The only thing I like about it is the handle, which in the video I'll go over it more. But you know, I like more gas. Battery's cool, but gas is where it is for farmers, ranchers, and people who have more than just, you know, a small backyard and front yard. If you got a bigger yard, I'd rather go with gas. Batteries, like if you got like, this one does 1/3 of an acre mowing. So, you know, the batteries die after 1/3 of an acre. You gotta get another pair of batteries ready to be swapped out, or you gotta have to wait like with 4 hours for them to finish charging, and then have to go back mowing again. Yeah, that's the downside on the batteries. You gotta, if you want to keep using it, you have to wait for it to charge, or you have to have extra pair of batteries in order for that to work. So yeah, I mean, battery ain't bad. It's just, you know, there's some people who want to stick with battery and they want to mow like more than an acre with it, and yeah, that's more of a pain. But you know, yep. So I have a video of this and I have a video of that if y'all are interested in watching that. Pretty good mowers in my opinion. I like more of the DeWalt one. And as I mentioned, the batteries are cool and all, just that's what I mean, the battery's the issue. So keep them in a cool climate control area and they'll be good. And you can't clean this with a hose or power wash. You have to use like a wet cloth, and you have to clean it in case you want to clean around it, you know. And I think the motor's right here in this area, so you see the fins, you know, this is where it's all at. So yeah, you know. All right, thanks for watching and have a good day, and I'll see if I'll add the clip of the 0.95 trim line, see if it'll work. Yeah, so well, here in a couple seconds you'll find out.